Hello, wildlife lovers, and welcome back to episode 2 of Barcelona Zoo. We hope you enjoyed watching episode 1, and if you have not already, watch it now. The link is in the description below. We could not fit all the zoo animals in one video, so we released it in different episodes. Make sure you watch all the episodes for the complete tour of the zoo. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel Discover Wild Paws for more such videos on wildlife. Spotted deer or Indian chittal, the favorite food of tiger, found in abundance in the forests of India. Do you know that spotted deer cannot see the color orange, and that's what makes it easier for a tiger to perfectly ambush them during the hunt? We have a video dedicated to the mating behaviors of spotted deer. Watch hundreds of deer on the rocky hills of Ranthambore National Park. Next up is the Sri Lankan leopard. Due to COVID restrictions, we could not go to the spot where we could see him clearly, so we had to find him in the bushes. And there he was. There are 2 leopards and 2 jaguars in the park, from what we recall, but we could only find this one resting by the tree trunk. Right next to the leopard's enclosure were the Mohor gazelle, which are majorly found in the sub-desert areas of Morocco or Western Sahara. Similar to other gazelle species, their natural predators are jackals, leopards, hyenas, and lions. We tried looking for the jaguar, but it seemed like it was his feeding time. We love looking at jaguars and were disappointed to not be able to see one here. Then was the exotic bird section. We saw some unique birds here and want to show you some of the big birds of Barcelona Zoo. The first one is silvery-cheeked hornbill. Found in vast forests of Africa from Ethiopia to Zimbabwe, these birds have unique beaks which help them feed on grains and fruits, and sometimes even small insects, eggs, birds, and lizards. These are monogamous species and do not share their nest with other birds except their partners. This one is called the southern ground hornbill. These are the largest of hornbill species and can weigh up to 6 kilograms. It is an omnivore bird and will feed on a variety of food including small insects and birds. Their unique feature is the red sac under their beak, which they can inflate per their wish. We loved how these hornbills had an enclosure with a huge tree and a hole in it. These birds have similar nests in the wild and prefer to hatch their young ones here. There were young ones inside whom it was feeding during our visit. This behavior is peculiar for hornbills. In the wild, They usually hunt in groups of 8 individuals and are territorial species. The next one is the great curassow. This is the largest forest-dwelling bird in the world and can weigh up to 5 kilograms. The ones with the large yellow knob below their throat are males. These are found in the regions of Mexico, Colombia, and Ecuador. These birds are mostly found on the ground. We had never seen such a bird in our life, so we were excited to see its beauty at such a close distance. Barcelona Zoo is huge, so we have released more than one episode of it. If you want to see episode 1, click on the link in the video description below. The next enclosure is of multiple bird species. There is glossy ibis, purple swampfin, roseate spoonbill, Eurasian spoonbill, scarlet ibis, little egret, and black-crowned night heron, all inside this one enclosure. Look at these beautiful, colorful birds. Very different to the Barcelona Zoo is the Kanpur Zoo in India, which we visited a few months ago. We made a vlog and would love to share with you all. Click the link in the description below to watch. And once you watch it, let us know which video did you like better. Let us go further to the exotic primates section. There is a range of monkeys from red-handed tamarin to emperor tamarin, pygmy marmoset, and spider monkey. Some of these monkeys are smaller than your palm. Unlike the normal monkeys or grey langurs we find in the city, these cannot take huge leaps. This one is the golden-headed lion tamarin. These are critically endangered species because of loss of habitat and excessive hunting. These are cotton-top tamarins. These again are endangered species. This is where the zoos can actually help. These animals fall victim to hunting activities in the wild. At least here, these species can continue to exist, even if in captivity. Because no matter how much we try, there will always be one person who would go against all and choose to hunt down over appreciating their beauty. After we came out of the monkeys section, we met a black-crowned crane couple. The easiest identification of these birds is the golden crest on its head. Its diet consists mainly of locusts, small reptiles, and invertebrates. These are non-migratory birds and prefer to live in groups. Okay, so the birds are done now. The next animal is a red-necked wallaby. These look very similar to kangaroos but are actually half their size. They live up to 18 years in the wild and usually feed on grasses and berries. These animals are not territorial and do not make dens for themselves. The females start breeding from the age of 1 and the young ones are usually born in summer. They stay in the pouch of their mother for up to 1 year. What do you think this man is doing? Which animal is inside the enclosure that he's looking at? Let's have a closer look. Did you find him now?
Está haciendo piso, caca. Está haciendo piso, caca. ¿Está meando o está cagando? Está meando, cagando en los cojones.
There, in his den, is resting the Royal Sumatran tiger of Barcelona Zoo. This tiger is only found in the lands of Indonesia. The Sumatran tiger can be distinguished from the Bengal tiger family members through their darker skin color and longer facial hair. They are smaller than the Bengal tigers. We have seen so many Bengal tigers in the jungles of India, but this Sumatran tiger is our second. The first one we saw was in Singapore Zoo in April 2019. We are still waiting for the day we will see this animal in the wilderness of Indonesia. The name of this tiger is Tibor, and if you look closely, he has only one eye. A volunteer from the zoo named Javier told us that Tibor was born with a glaucoma, because of which the zoo authorities had to remove his one eye to protect him. And with one eye, he looks even more ferocious. He kept walking around his enclosure like Sher Khan from the Jungle Book. Even though he is living his last days in captivity, yet he carried the grace of most ferocious feline in the world. We regularly visit a lot of tiger reserves in India and post a lot of wildlife vlogs on our channel. If you have not already, go check out our channel videos. On a separate note, let's do a small quiz while Tibor takes his walk. Who is the most intelligent animal in the wild? Probably a monkey or a fox. Who is the biggest animal in the jungle? Elephants, for sure. They are huge. And finally, who is the fastest animal in the wild? A cheetah, who is known to run up to 130 kilometers per hour. Now, final question. Who is the king of the jungle? If the tiger or a lion are not the fastest, the smartest, or the biggest animals in the wild, Why are they still the kings of the jungle? The reason is attitude. Yet, they are both endangered and face a threat of extinction. Do you know there are more tigers in captivity in United States than in the wild across the world?
Blind. He's blind with one eye.
After the Sumatran tiger, Tibor, let's meet the giant anteater now. They are known for their long tubular snout and no teeth. As the name suggests, it feeds on ants and termites. It has a long tongue with sticky saliva which helps them catch insects. Similar to tigers, these anteaters are solitary animals and only pair up during the mating season. Currently, their numbers are declining fast because of excessive hunting activities and loss of habitat. These mammals are very unique, and it would be a shame if we lose them to our inhuman activities. Now, who is this cute little buddy? Is it a mouse? Is it a squirrel? What is it? This adorable creature is black-tailed prairie dog. Even though it's called a dog, it's actually from the squirrel family. These little buddies build up large underground colonies that can be constructed by hundreds of individuals. These mammals feed on grass and sometimes even small insects and locusts. This mighty antelope you see sitting in the shade is the eastern bongo. Its unique skin tone is attractive for us, but in the wild helps him perfectly camouflage from the predators. Their eastern subspecies is only found in Kenya and is usually hunted down by lions and sometimes even leopards. Next up are the banded mongoose. What differentiates them from the other mongoose species are the 10 to 15 darker stripes on its body. They are primarily found in the savanna lands, usually near the water. They feed on fruits, small vertebrates, and bird eggs. Let's move to the tallest mammal in the world now, African giraffe. Do you know that giraffes can weigh up to 1900 kilograms? When they are born, they are around 50 to 70 kilograms, which is close to an average weight of an adult human being. Their main source of food is the leaves on tall sides of the trees where other animals cannot reach. They have a flexible long tongue which helps them eat without getting hurt. Even though they are huge in size, they face the most ferocious predators of Africa, the African lions. There are few famous videos on YouTube when a pride of lions has brought down an adult giraffe. In this enclosure, there is also a baby impala. The impalas and giraffes together give a real-like feel of savanna lands of Africa. There were around 3 to 4 more giraffes inside the feeding area. probably having lunch. Barcelona Zoo has a dedicated area for children to play and relax during their picnic. A lot of school students visit the zoo throughout the year. It is a good thing because these children learn about the importance of wildlife conservation. But what should also be included in the part of their learning is to respect these animals. The teachers try their best to ensure that the children maintain the decorum of the zoo, but sometimes it gets difficult. And we can all relate to this from our experiences as a child. This group you see here is the flock of American flamingos. Unlike the Chilean flamingos whom we saw in episode 1, these are found in swamp and salt lakes of the Bahamas and Cuba. If you have not already, go watch episode 1 of the Barcelona Zoo now. Although their numbers are large, their population is continuously declining due to habitat loss. And finally, we have the Dalmatian pelican. Found in the coastal areas ranging from southeastern Europe to eastern China, these big birds look like white angels from the heaven. So we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Barcelona Zoo. And before you move to episode 3, there is something we must ask you. If you have not already, please subscribe to our channel Discover Wild Paws.